It's episode 59 of Family Life Mornings. We're a morning radio show on Family Life. That's a network of stations that runs across New York and Pennsylvania. Our podcast, which you're about to embark on, has some of the best moments from this week.
I don't know if you have a wife who is short,
Nope.
But that's good, Terry.
Take one off the list.
There's a story there. It's coming up.
Please excuse our enthusiasm. We just love spending time with you.
Family Life Mornings with Steve, Therese, and Randy.
The blue cheese salad dressing, butter ground turkey, dog food, a new toothbrush, all added up to $24.97. So Lori handed the cashier a slice of wood with $25 marked on it, and she walked out with the items. She was allowed to go, and no police were called. Tenino, Washington, is dipping into its emergency account to give people in need up to $300 per month in wooden money. Almost every business in the town is accepting the wooden dollars. And the city did this during the Great Depression back in the 1930s. And they dug out the old printing press from back then to start up the program again during this pandemic.
Wow. So I wonder if that's where, the wood from the trees, is that where like the branches come from? I mean,
Yes, that's exactly.
That must be it.
Money, it doesn't grow on trees.
Exactly.
You're waking up with the show that keeps it clean for you and your kids. Family Life Mornings.
When the police officer was finished with 27-year-old Jimmy, he probably thought he deserved a citation of bravery and calm versus a speeding ticket. However, Jimmy was clocked at going 76 miles an hour in a 60-mile-an-hour zone driving down the highway in Australia. So he's pulled over, and the police officer comes to the side. And this police officer, I'm sure, like many police officers, have heard excuse after excuse after excuse as to why the person was speeding. Jimmy said, well, I was driving down a highway and suddenly an eastern brown snake, which happens to be the most venomous species in the world, was on the floor, started climbing up, started tapping my seat, and it was right there wrapping itself around my leg.
Oh.
So Jimmy got out a knife and actually killed the snake while it was on the seat. So instead of a speeding ticket, police officer said, and you were only going 76.
You know we're friends because we're already on a first-name basis. It's Family Life Mornings with Steve, Therese, and Randy from Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
You become a responsible adult, and the next thing you know, you're eating bran muffins for breakfast or actually asking for an egg white omelet at a restaurant. No, this one food, they say, can balance your mood. It will keep you happy all day long. But you have to eat this food at breakfast. Any guesses, any wishes what it could be?
Wow.
Any thoughts what food I would pick?
What you would pick.
Not liver.
No,
Definitely
that's not liver.
How about some chocolate?
Chocolate.
Yeah, of course, it's got to be like the super healthy dark chocolate.
Yeah.
And just one piece. And no Randy Cocoa Puffs is not the same. Okay?
So close.
A new day, a new start, a God who never changes. You're waking up with Family Life Mornings.
Do either one of you run for fun?
No.
Like, I mean, if there was a bear coming, you might run.
Right.
But like,
That wouldn't be fun, though.
No, it's not fun. No, it's not fun.
But there are people who run for. I'm kind of envious of them, and that desire to get the adrenaline pump. They always look so cool, when they're running through the neighborhood. You're like, that's a cool person there. And they're going to look even cooler now wearing sunglasses. You should wear sunglasses when you jog. And I love the reason why. Because when you wear sunglasses, you don't squint. And when you don't squint, you relax the muscles in your face. And then you relax the muscles in your upper body. That gives you a more powerful running stride. You'll actually run faster if you're wearing sunglasses, which is important to remember in case you're ever being chased by a bear.
Exactly. Yes. Give the bear the sunglasses. No, that's a bad idea.
We hope the rest of your day is just as much fun as this.
Family Life Mornings with Steve, Therese, and Randy.
Well, you could call this guy the fast food preacher, I guess. He just passed away, and that's why we're learning more about him. Reverend James spent his last days at a local fast food restaurant after retiring from, preaching at a church. And he would just order coffee and sit down. And he'd open up his Bible and he'd read. And if somebody wanted to talk, they could sit down and they usually would end up talking about the Bible. He would teach people things about Jesus. He would share his faith. And I don't know, it got me thinking, if this guy could just sit in a fast food restaurant and talk about God, we don't need a fancy church to do ministry. Maybe your church has been closed and you've been feeling discouraged about that. Any place that you can talk to another person is just fine. It might be a park bench, or it might be a grocery store, or it might be a parking lot, just wherever you are and there's somebody else. Talk about Jesus.
Facing a brand new day is a whole lot easier when you remember that God is in charge.
This is Family Life Mornings with Steve, Therese, and Randy.
The walls in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, honey was leaking through the walls. So who's going to be more accurate of what we think is going to come? Here's my prediction. Here's what most people are going to say. Most people are either going to say chocolate, peanut butter, or ice cream. That's my three that I think. Therese, what was your three that you think people are going to say?
Mine was coffee, maple syrup, and hand lotion.
And that would be handy. Randy, what did you want to come out of your walls?
My list was cheese.
1, 2, and 3. Cheese, and cheese. So that's what we think. That what you're going to say. That's what our prediction.
Yeah, Ronnie and Virgil texted in to say ice cream.
Oh,
that's on your list.
Yeah, that's on mine.
And after John and Sterling, I want to change my list. He said puppies.
Oh.
That would be
How's
great.
it going to come out?
Hi, my name's Eleanor, and I live in Brockton.
All right, what's coming out of your walls?
Chocolate.
Yay! That's mine. That's on my list.
Chocolate.
Thank you. Hi, Family Life. What's coming out of your walls?
Money.
Oh, I like your wall.
That's a good wall.
That's not on
If I
any one
had
of
your
our
wall, I
lists.
could buy all the things on my list.
You are.
Right.
What's your name? What town do you live in?
My name is Ruth Funk, and I live in Smithport, Pennsylvania.
And what's your address? So when the money comes out,
You know that old saying, money doesn't grow on walls.
Are you just starting your day? Well, so are we. It's Steve, Therese, and Randy on Family Life Mornings.
Yeah, I could probably pull that off on my own. Do you ever see a project at your house and it's like, I could hire somebody, but I got this. A DIY project gone wrong. Deborah decided she was going to paint the closet doors white. They were like the wooden slat ones, the horizontal slats. And she thought, well, I could take these off the hinges, but and you got to put them in another place in the house and paint. I'm just going to leave them here on the hinges and paint them right here on the closet. And so she paints away this nice thick coat of white paint on the outside. And then she opens the door to do the inside, and she realizes that the paint has seeped through and she has striped one arm of everything hanging in her husband's closet.
oh, close.
I feel like, though, he's going to be well equipped for Dress Like Your Favorite Animal Day, back at work. I hope you like zebras. Just on one arm. Like, I'm a zebra over here, and I'm not over here.
DIY means something different around my house.
Yeah.
DIY. Disaster imminent? Yes.
Thanks for making us a part of your day. We're a friend you can turn to. Family Life.
I don't know if you have a wife who is short.
Nope.
But that's good, Therese.
Take one off the list.
But because my wife is shorter, she cannot reach the back of our microwave. It sits above our stove. And so I am the one who always gets the opportunity to clean it. And I have spent more than, many times, I've scrubbed away at that microwave trying to get it clean until I discovered a method that takes the scrubbing away. This is really easy, and it works. Just get a bowl of water, a microwave-safe bowl, fill it about halfway, add a tablespoon of white vinegar, and then nuke it for about 5 minutes. And what happens is the water steams up and softens up the dry food stuck in the microwave so that it very easily wipes away.
All right. Sounds good. If you're single, get a Get a tall wife.
I was going to say this works for tall people too.
We can't always take your call, but we will see your text if you send a message to 888-413-4156.
This is Family Life Mornings.
Do you ever go to a garage sale and you didn't realize that you needed something until you saw it right in front of you and it's only a couple bucks, so then you just have to get it, right? I sort of feel this way about, well, it's kind of an online garage sale now. They're selling 50 giant animatronic dinosaurs.
Oh, gotta have that.
Right? Like you didn't even think you wanted one. But now the idea of having like a T-Rex in your front yard.
Right. How many do they have?
They have like 50 of them.
Is that all?
The mailman comes up and you're like, roar! But it's not as a T-Rex.
Gotta have that.
Is the sun breaking through yet? He is the dawn. You're getting your day started with Family Life Mornings.
World record triathlete, indoor triathlon. The guy did a stationary bike, rowing machine, and treadmill. And I couldn't win that one, so I picked my 3. Indoor triathlon. Nobody could beat me in TV watching. Brandon, you've seen me watch TV.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
you're
good.
very
at that.
good.
Yeah, very good. Cookie making. My wife will vouch for that. And then I think you all could vouch for me telling a joke with no apparent reaction.
Yeah, you saved your best for last.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Brandon, what are your 3 indoor triathlon
I know
events?
there's a lot of stiff competition out there, but I have napping. Very steady in that.
Okay.
You have incredible nap form, I've heard.
I do.
Go
I'm
ahead.
telling you.
Okay.
Snack eating.
Snacks?
Also,
Okay.
Good.
you know,
Napping,
I think
snack.
I'm pretty strong in that. And then stubbing my toe on furniture.
Oh!
I am quite good
Yeah.
at that.
I'll let you have that record.
Yeah. He lives to the finish. Randy, what's your 3?
Well, I put down playing euchre,
Okay.
which I love to do and do frequently.
Okay.
Eating pizza
Okay. Ooh, that's good. That's
and
good.
reading books.
Oh, you're quite the
Nice.
reader. Indoor
You
triathlon.
are.
Therese, go
You got
ahead.
that. Mailing cards via snail mail. I got that one.
Oh, you're very good at that. Yeah.
Wondering why I came in this room and and dreaming about vacations that probably won't happen. There you go.
You are very good. We got a text from Dennis in Cuba who's his 3 events: eating Snickers, the king size candy bar,
Yes.
All right. That's a good one.
popcorn. Ooh, popcorn, and then. I guess technically this is an indoor triathlon, but he says lying on the beach, and I guess on a technicality he could bring the sand in to the living room as long as he had a world record holder somewhere in the house and vacuum
A little
cleaning.
messy. Yeah.
A little serious, a little silly. A perfect balance to start your day. Family Life Mornings.
A botanical garden in Pennsylvania is celebrating over a corpse, but it's not a person. It's a flower. That's the name of the flower, the corpse. So why the celebration? Well, corpse flowers are some of the largest and rarest flowering plants in the world. In fact, the last time this garden in Pennsylvania had one bloom was in 1967.
Wow.
So it takes a long time for them to bloom, and once they do bloom, the bloom only lasts for a day or two, and then they won't bloom again for several years. So I got to thinking about, all right, well, what's the big deal about these? What are the pros? What are the cons? I mean, you think, why is it called a corpse flower? Well, it smells like rotting meat.
There you go.
Okay.
So it doesn't smell that good.
We'll see you later.
But the thing is so big, if you want to buy a corsage, you don't have to buy one because, in fact, you could hide behind it. It is so big.
Yeah.
But the con is, well, it stinks.
It stinks.
If you wanted to buy one for your girl, she might get lots of attention because it's so big.
Right.
But it stinks. And that's why it's called the corpse flower.
Yeah, you buy that for a woman, you're going to need a flower big enough for you to hide behind. Like, why did you buy this for me?
Steve, Therese, and Randy. Because you can never have enough friends. We're Family Life, a friend you can turn to.